In 1913, in a dimly lit room in Munich, Rudolf Steiner held a simple pencil before a group of students and said something that would change how we understand the mind forever. "This pencil," he said, "will become your teacher of worlds invisible." What happened next has been kept within small anthroposophical circles for over a century. Today, you're going to experience it exactly as Steiner taught it to his inner students. Look, I know what you're thinking. A pencil meditation? Really? But here's what's wild. Carl Jung attended Steiner's lectures. The founder of Waldorf education, which now spans over 1,000 schools worldwide, considered this single exercise more important than years of study. Steiner himself said, and this is a direct quote from his 1904 work, Knowledge of Higher Worlds, "Whoever carries out this exercise systematically will notice after a time a remarkable change in their mental life. Not might notice, will notice. See, everyone talks about opening your third eye, activating your pineal gland, developing psychic abilities. But Steiner knew something different. He knew that before you can perceive higher worlds, you need to become master of the one tool you use to perceive anything, your thinking itself." And he discovered that a simple pencil holds the secret. Here's what's actually happening in your brain right now. Your thoughts, they're like wild horses, racing, galloping, crashing into each other. One second you're here with me, the next you're thinking about dinner, your ex, that weird dream you had. Steiner called this the thought stream, and most people die never having controlled it for even 5 consecutive minutes. Think about that. Your entire life, every decision, every perception of reality, filtered through a mind you've never actually controlled. Now here's where it gets interesting. Steiner said, this is from his October 1906 lecture, "When you can hold one thought and one thought alone, something begins to crystallize in the etheric body." The etheric body, your energy field. What the ancient yogis called prana, what Tesla called the luminiferous ether. Steiner was saying that focused thought literally restructures your energy field. And modern neuroscience? They've discovered that focused attention meditation actually increases gray matter density in the brain. Steiner knew this 100 years before MRI machines. So here's exactly what Steiner taught. And I mean exactly. No modern additions, no mixing traditions. This is pure anthroposophical practice. First, grab a pencil, not a pen. Steiner specifically said pencil. Why? We can speculate it's because a pencil is simple, wooden, connected to nature. But honestly, he never fully explained. Sometimes the mystery is the teaching. Now what you're about to do seems simple, but Steiner warned, and this is crucial, the simplest exercises are the most powerful, and therefore the most difficult. All right, if you're ready to actually do this, not just listen, but do this, get comfortable. Sit upright. Steiner was very specific, spine straight but not rigid, like a tree, rooted but reaching skyward. Place the pencil in front of you, just a normal pencil. Nothing special about it. That's the point. Take 3 deep breaths with me. This isn't originally from Steiner, but it helps prepare the mind. Breathe in and out. In and out. Once more, in and release. Now, Look at the pencil. Just look at it. Steiner said, let your entire consciousness be filled with this one object. Notice its length. Don't measure it, just observe. The color. Maybe it's yellow, maybe red, maybe black. Just see the color. The shape. Hexagonal, round. Notice without judging. Now, and this is where Steiner's exercise becomes profound, begin to think only about this pencil, not your feelings about it, not memories of school, just this pencil. Where did it come from? Wood from a tree. Somewhere, maybe in a forest in Canada or Russia, a tree grew for years. Sun fell on its leaves, rain soaked its roots. That tree was cut, processed, shaped. Graphite was mined from deep in the earth, carbon compressed for millions of years. Human hands assembled these materials. Someone, somewhere, whose name you'll never know, helped create this pencil. Now, stay with the pencil. Your mind wants to wander. That's the whole point. Steiner said, each time you notice your thoughts drifting, gently, gently bring them back. Not with force, like guiding a child back to their seat. Think about what this pencil can do. It can write words that change lives, draw pictures that move hearts, calculate equations that unlock universe secrets. All this potential sleeping in this simple object. Stay with it. When your mind drifts, and it will, just notice, oh, I'm thinking about something else, and return to the pencil. Steiner taught that this returning, this gentle bringing back of attention, this is what builds spiritual strength. Each return is like a rep in a spiritual gym. You're building muscles you didn't know you had. Keep observing the weight of it, if you were holding it, how it would feel. The slight shine of the paint in the light. The perfect point of the graphite, or maybe it's dull, worn from use. Now, here's what Steiner revealed only to advanced students. As you maintain this focus, something begins to happen. You might feel a warmth in your forehead, a tingling, a sense of presence. This is what he called the awakening of the two-petaled lotus, what others call the third eye. But it's not forced, it's not visualized. It happens naturally when thought becomes steady. Stay with the pencil, Just a few more moments. Notice how different your mind feels now compared to when we started. This stability, this calm focus, Steiner said this is your natural state. Everything else is disturbance. Slowly now, let your gaze soften. Close your eyes and just notice. How does your mind feel? Different, calmer, more present? Open your eyes. What you've just done is exactly what Steiner taught in those secret rooms in Munich, Stuttgart, Dornach. No additions, no modifications, pure anthroposophical practice. Now here's the thing, and Steiner was adamant about this. This exercise must be done daily, same time each day if possible. He said, regularity is more important than duration. 5 minutes. That's all. But 5 real minutes. Not checking your phone, not half focusing. 5 minutes of complete presence with that pencil. Do this for 1 week, and Steiner promised, not suggested, promised, you'll notice changes. Your thoughts during the day become clearer, your dreams more vivid. And some of you, Steiner hinted at this but never promised, some of you might start to see what he called the etheric light around objects. But even if you don't see lights or have visions, here's what definitely happens. You become master of your own mind. And in a world designed to scatter your attention, that might be the greatest superpower of all. Tomorrow, we dive into Steiner's second exercise, control of will, where you'll learn why doing one tiny, seemingly meaningless action at the exact same time each day can literally restructure your destiny body, what Steiner called the karma mechanism. But today you have your mission, 5 minutes, 1 pencil. The same exercise that launched 1,000 Waldorf teachers, biodynamic farmers, and spiritual scientists. Steiner ended his lessons with these words: the spirit world is not closed. It is your senses that are closed, your heart that is locked. This pencil, it's your key. Use it wisely.